Hey everyone. For today's topic, I wanted to talk to you about why you should never be jealous of somebody else's relationship. This is a phenomenon I've witnessed quite often where you see people who are single and they notice a couple when they're out and about, or they notice one online and they immediately become jealous and wish that they had what that couple seemingly has. But this isn't helpful, not only because it's not productive, but because the main thing here, you don't have the full picture of what the other person's relationship is truly like. We never truly know what they're like when they're at home together and there aren't other people witnessing them. So it's really difficult to say whether or not most people have a relationship that's actually worthy of being jealous of. I hope you can follow what I'm getting at, because this is my argument whenever I have friends talk to me about this subject, because some of my friends have fallen victim to this from time to time, where they're single and feeling a bit lonely, and they notice a couple when they're out and about and they immediately want what that couple has. But I've found mostly that's actually just because, well, one, sometimes we want to get laid, right? We're human beings. But usually it's just because people want the companionship that comes from a relationship. They want to have somebody to talk to, somebody to do things with. So it's, when you get down to it, it's not so much that you're jealous of their relationship, their specific relationship. You're just jealous of the thought that they have these parts of a relationship that you desire, the intimacy that comes with it, the companionship. So that's a helpful way to view it in general. It's not so much specific relationships you're jealous of, it's just those aspects. Because I wager if you were to truly find out how most people's relationships were, you would realize they're not really worthy of being jealous of. It's just something I've come to learn in my life from studying psychology and my own experience of interacting with a lot of people and a lot of couples over time. I've just come to learn that most people, the vast majority of people, don't have healthy relationships. Even if it's a relationship that's lasted a while and seems fully functional, most people are not in amazing relationships. They're in ones that work, that do the job, that fulfill the need of companionship and so on, but they're not incredibly supportive of each other. They don't push each other to become the best human beings in life that they can possibly be, and so on and so forth. They don't allow each other to be completely honest and authentic with each other. The list goes on. Basically, those, in my opinion, are criteria for an amazing relationship. If you can't have those things in your relationship, I would never be jealous of it, because I'm like, why would I want what you have if you can't even be your 100% authentic self with your partner? That's not worthy of being jealous of, in my opinion, because I don't want that. I want a relationship where it's me and her basically taking on the world, supporting each other, and feeling completely comfortable being our true selves around each other. That's what I want. But that is so freaking rare out there. I can tell you that, I wish there were actual legit statistics on this, because this is such a difficult thing to measure, especially if you use a questionnaire, because people will lie about their relationship. But I truly wager that it's got to be well over 90% of relationships out there are not healthy. They're not amazing. I would actually even go so far as to say, and I really wish there was data to back this up, but this is just my opinion here. I would say less than 1% of relationships are truly healthy and amazing. I know this sounds crazy, because you're probably thinking of all the people you know in relationships, even your parents, and so on and so forth. But how many people do you know personally who have what seems like an amazing, healthy relationship, where they're truly supportive of each other, where they truly hold space for each other to be 100% authentic, and they don't immediately fight over stupid things, are able to control their emotions, and basically they put the relationship before all these tiny things that could get in the way of it? How many people do you know like that? Probably not many. In fact, I'm sure some of you may actually know nobody with a relationship like that, because it's just so freaking rare. So knowing that, are you really going to be jealous of people out there with these average relationships? I hope not, because then you'd have to go back to what I said earlier and realize you're not actually jealous of the relationship. You're jealous of those aspects of the relationship that you wish you had in your life. You're jealous of the companionship and that intimacy. But you're not actually jealous of their legit relationship, because it's probably not worth being jealous of. And let's just dive into how there's an incentive nowadays for people to lie about the stat or the quality of the relationship. In fact, there's always been, social proof being the main thing. It always looks good if everybody believes that your relationship with your significant other is better than it truly is, right? Because then they're like, oh, you're winning at life. You guys have a great relationship together. It elevates both of you in the eyes of observers. It's like when you're at a dinner party with your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife, whatever, and everybody thinks that you're happy together. Immediately, it elevates your status because you have a relationship that seems functional and good. So there's not only that incentive for people to lie about how the relationship is, or at least to make it seem better than it is, but nowadays we have this fun little factor that's messed up everything called social media. And that has created a huge incentive for people to be dishonest about the quality of their relationship. Not only because now they get attention and validation from little hearts and likes on their content that they post about the relationship, saying, oh, look at me and my girlfriend at the beach having an amazing time, and life is so good, and give me attention and validation, tell me my relationship is great and that you're jealous of it, stuff like that. But now you also have these influencers who have an incentive to make the relationship seem amazing, especially if they're actually making money off of their content related to how they portray their relationship. Because there's a lot of them out there, a lot of these influencers who have seemingly great relationships, and they make money off the content they produce showing off their relationship, right? And then yet you still sometimes end up finding out that like a year later their great relationship somehow crumbles and they get a divorce, and people are left wondering, how did that happen? All their content, they seem like they got along really well. They seem like they had a great relationship. It's because they were lying. They weren't showing you how it truly was. They weren't showing you those times at home where things became difficult. They weren't showing you how maybe at one point they found partners in their life who seemingly were better and they were more interested in them than their current partner, and they cheated. And so basically you never have the full picture of what someone's working with unless you know that person and they're really honest and authentic with you. But barring that very specific situation, most of the time people's relationships are just not going to be as great as they portray it to be. So just remember that as much as possible, and also remember that when people are on social media, they have those incentives to make the relationship seem better than it really is. So do not compare your situation to anyone online, because you'll find you may come up short at times. But if you were to actually analyze things, if you had all the information, if you're in a relationship with someone you really care about, you never know if your relationship actually is better than the one you see portrayed on social media. So just don't compare yourself, and just don't be jealous of what you see out there, because you never know what it's actually like. Instead, just focus on, if you're single, making your life amazing and paying attention for great partners who could arise in your life. Or if you are in a relationship, just focus on making it as great as you possibly can make it. And make sure your partner's on the same page there. Because if they're not, you don't want to put in your effort into such a one-sided relationship like that. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I'm going to step off my soapbox. I truly hope you've enjoyed this one and you see the merit in not being jealous of what you see out there, because you just never have all the information to work with. And like I said earlier, I truly do believe that like less than 1% of relationships out there are actually worth being jealous of. So time will tell whether or not I'm anywhere near accurate in that, but I truly believe it. Just from all my experience and my knowledge of human psychology, most people just aren't capable of it. So yeah. Oh well, but anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.